So, I decided to play a Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke, but where both the Pokemon and the map are randomized. What that means is anytime I walk through a doorway, it can lead to a doorway anywhere else in the world, and anytime I encounter a Pokemon, both in the wild or in a trainer battle, it's been replaced by something at random. All of this, plus the typical permadeath rule set of Nuzlocke. Let's see what chaos ensues. I start my journey where all trainers start, with the professor taking names and dropping basic knowledge. I name myself Yawn, and the rival Point Crow in honor of him creating the map randomizer mod. Running outside of town, I encounter the professor and get to know my starter. It is here I get my first taste of the randomizers at play. A Mime Jr. parading as a Turtwig, a Magnemite with a Piplup mask on, and finally, a Jirachi in a Chimchar onesie. Thinking I probably need all the help I can get, I opt for the Jirachi, and after a few more tutorials, I arrive at the professor's lab and am able to finally name my Jirachi. I name him Wishful Thinking, to represent my optimism in beating this run. Not foreshadowing at all. Finally leaving the professor's lab, the run truly starts. Entering the Pokemon Center in Sandrum Town leads me not to the comfort of a medical center with a soothing soundtrack, but instead to a random transition house between routes. And the Pokemart, but a few feet to the right of that in town, leads to Fantina's Pokemon Gym. I think you can see how this is about to get chaotic real fast. Deciding it'd be best if I could actually catch some Pokemon though, I run north of Sandrum Town to meet up with Dawn, who teaches me how to catch Pokemon like I haven't been doing this since I was 5. But more importantly, she gives me 5 Pokeballs. But here's the thing. With the Pokemon encounters randomized, and with Nuzlocke rules stating I can only catch the first Pokemon in each area, I've run into my first real challenge, actually catching a Pokemon. Whereas Dawn gets to casually capture a friendly Bidoof, my first grass encounter goes a little differently. I think the first thing I'm going to have to do is catch a Pokemon in here, because I need to make sure that I don't immediately white out to something. And that's an Ursaring. Well, Nuzlocke roll. So, yeah. I weaken the Ursaring, throw a few Pokeballs, but she simply bats them away with what I can only assume is some kind of Bearzillion Jiu-Jitsu with a stance she's making. So not wanting to waste what's left of the precious Pokeballs I've received from Dawn, I cut my losses and run away crying to my mother so I can heal. So you may be thinking to yourself, well, Yeti, why don't you just go buy some more Pokeballs? And to that I'd answer, I would love to, except the Pokemart door leads to the 5th gym leader and I don't think she's changing careers anytime soon. So, having failed to catch the MMA Ursaring hanging outside of town, I decide there's only one thing to do. Dive down the rabbit hole of random doorways and try and find a Pokemart as soon as possible. Jumping into Dawn's house leads to the Galactic Hideout, and the doorway from there leads to a Pokemon Center. But things immediately go awry. Those of you familiar with Platinum may have already spotted what I did not. Okay, so I leave that. Going through there. Oh. Oh no. That's a one-way teleporter. We are now stuck in this loop. Yup, that green circle marked the output of a one-way teleporter, meaning only 3 doors into Sandgem Town, and we were already trapped in an entirely different loop of doorways. But that's just the nature of the beast, so we pressed on. Exploring from doorway to doorway, we discovered the TV station, and from there, the ritzy houses of Valor Lakefront. Exploring Valor Lakefront, we entered the restaurant to find ourselves warping through space and time to the Galactic Base, and subsequently the post-game fight area. This was huge. If I was able to catch a Pokemon or 2 from the post-game area, I'd be much safer in the Nuzlocke as I'm being pinballed about the Sinnoh region. But I still needed more Pokeballs. So having gathered the Super Rod from a friendly fisherman, I decided to try my luck again. And that was a huge mistake. So... No! Oh no! Yep. I was doomed. Wishful Thinking was a strong level 6. And Flint's Pokemon were all above level 50. And just to rub salt in the wound, the first Pokemon Flint sends out was this. Good run, GG. Hey Flint, I have a Steel type. Do you think it'll be okay? Good first Pokemon though. So, yeah. Technically, run's already over. Wishful Thinking, my one and only Pokemon, was dead. But rather than do a full reset and interrupt the stream, we decided to carry on with Wishful Thinking's Ghost until we could catch another Pokemon. Having been warped back to the Pokemon Center, my deep dive into doorways continued anew. We jumped around a bit, jumping to Hearthome City, Snowpoint Temple, the Pokemon Mansion, Mount Coronet, a brief encounter with Darkrai. Oh! Ah, yes, Darkrai. Good. Which I decided against. Send Off Spring, Jubilife City, and this really dope room in Salacion Ruins with a single rock in it. And finally to Pastoria City, where I had an encounter with a very invisible Point Crow, who decided to beat my already dead Jirachi further into the ground. Having whited out a second time, I took my broke, miserable, and partyless self through yet more doorways. I visited the vistas of Acuity Lakefront, the grass of Trophy Garden, until finally treading some familiar grounds. Well, at least we were back in Sandgem Town. We'd finally found our way back from the one-way teleporter way back at the beginning. Deciding to be a bit more methodical, I got myself to Jubilife City and began checking doorways one by one. I found a few more random, not so useful doorways, but I did find this TM for Power Gem. Continuing on my door-to-door journey, I made yet another error. This is Doorways the game. Is this the Safari Zone? Oh, this is Bicycle area. Oh no! I'm trapped on the other side because I don't have a bike. Yup, because the doorways were random, I had just come in from Cycling Road on the wrong side. Meaning, because I didn't have a bike yet, the attendants prevented me from going back the way I'd entered. Another one-way entrance. It wasn't looking great at this point. With only a ghost of a Pokemon and 3 Pokeballs to my name, I desperately needed to get lucky. Sneaking past some galactic grunts, I'm able to find civilization again through a portal back to Valor Lakefront. Familiar ground once more, but I'd still not found a singular Pokemart through all of my teleporting. Though I did find this dramatically placed Max Elixir. Ah, yes, the room with a single Max Elixir in it. Excellent. Finally, jumping through doorways in the Valor Lakefront, I catch my first big break in a creepy haunted mansion, no less. The first Pokemon I run into is a level 15 Seal, and somehow, I managed to catch it with the 3 Pokeballs I have left. I name it Ziploc, run to the closest Pokemon Center, and am finally able to lay my poor Wishful Thinking's ghost to rest. Saying a quick prayer for wishful thinking, I push onward with my newly caught Seal, and it's back to door hopping. Running through a few more doors, I encounter Gardenia's gym, a pair of spooky grandmas who I thought were a double battle, and Canalave City, which... More doors! Give me more doors. Continuing to open up every door in Canalave City like some drugged-up door-to-door salesman, I find myself in Pastoria City once again, where I catch a Wooper, naming him Sir Quaxalot. And I think he may have been my good luck charm, because almost immediately after that, this happens. Yes! I can buy things! I don't want any of this healing. Give me Pokeballs. After nearly almost an hour of playtime, I had finally found my first Pokemart. And it was a mole to boot. Purchasing a handful of Pokeballs, I'm elated to finally be able to catch some Pokemon. But I realize, even 14 Pokeballs might not cut it to catch a wild Pokemon in the post-game fight area. I mean, the Pokemon there are going to be at least in the 50s. But that's when I realize, despite my extremely empty wallet, I've been picking up random items along the way. Remember that Power Gem TM and the dramatic Max Elixir? Pawning those items off, I am suddenly that much richer, and my measly 14 Pokeballs jumps up to a whopping 46. And the cherry on the top of the department store sundae were all the new doorways I could explore, leading to exotic locations such as Rock Peak Ruins. Huh. Anyway, another door led to Veilstone City, and of course, yet more doors. In Veilstone, I found the PC technician Bebe, who hands me a very weird-looking Eevee. Further exploration nets me a portal to Oreburgh City, which has a few more connecting points back to the department store. I take a moment to complain about the overpriced poffins in the basement. Excuse me? And finally, put Sir Quagsla and Eevee into the safety of the PC, in case I run into any other Elite Four members, or just white out. A doorway in Oreburgh ends up leading to Victory Road, which is extremely exciting, as a level 40 or so Pokemon would be incredible to add to the team. The following is the roller coaster of emotions that occurred in Victory Road. Using one of the few Pokemon we have right now. So I think we do it. Let's try it. Ah! Yes, I know what chat's gonna vote. Okay, so this is either gonna be really good or really bad, because, hopefully the Cherubi has nothing good in its moveset. If it has a single grass move, I think I am screwed. Come on. No! Come on. It has Heat Wave? Ziplock! Let's go! This Ziplock hasn't melted yet. Come on! Let's go! Oh, I'm sorry. Did you think the roller coaster was over? No. This is what happens, but 3 tiles later. So good. Uh-oh. Oh no! Alright, we need to get the heck out of here. Oh no! Ziplock! Wait, this is actually so bad. Alright. This is a weird moveset. Alright, let's see if we can. Nope, it just avoided it. Nice. Ooh, please don't hurt that much. Oh, that did so much damage. I need to get the heck out of here. Oh, no. Oh, thank God. I'm about to lose Maraschino immediately. Yep. No! Oh, no! Oh. So, yeah. Ziplock's miraculous triumph was quickly met with the harsh, cold reality named Mischievous. And what was to be a massive gain in my quest ended up losing me a Pokemon and a whole lot of dignity. I was pretty devastated from that loss, and it made me come to terms with a lot of things. Such as, I really didn't plan this out all that well, did I? I'd taken the main part of my strategy from the map randomizer races which had inspired this run in the first place. Find a late game area and try to capture something to carry you. But they didn't exactly have the drawback of permanently losing members of their team if they failed. So it was time to put together a squad. Well, a suicide squad. The more Pokemon I had, the more chances I had to catch a higher level Pokemon. Grabbing Eevee out of the box, I left on my quest for wild Pokemon. I immediately caught a level 5 Ferret and named it Hope, which is actually a really terrible name for a Pokemon I caught to be Death Otter. Then, I proceeded to do a bunch of mental mapping as I tried to navigate my way back to the fight area. I caught another backup Pokemon near the Valor Lakefront, a Shuckle I named Briven, and then I continued on east to try and catch another Pokemon. But instead, I found a friend of MMA Ursaring's, a jacked Toxicroak way higher in level than my current squad. So, fleeing for my life, I decided my current squad was good enough. No longer would I be afraid of every new doorway that stood before me. Throwing caution to the wind, I made my way toward the fight area, ready for some high-stakes fishing. Going east to the fight area, I beelined it to the water, and with trusty super rod in hand and a small squad of fodder, it was time to go fishing. But lest you forget, this is a randomizer. So what pops out, you may ask? An Electrike! Okay, so you may have thought that's a bit of a letdown, but that works perfectly for my situation. A Pokemon with an actually easy catch rate. So here's the thing. I know I caught Hope purely for the purposes of this moment, but I wasn't exactly expecting this level of BM. Horn Drill? No! What? Eevee was up next, tanking a Rock Blast from a Pokemon over double his level. But Eevee just wasn't able to stall long enough, falling to a second one before I could capture the Electrike. Then, it was down to just Brivin, the level 28 Shuckle. I'd like to say that this was a dramatic finish, Brivin miraculously tanking a Rock Blast that should have killed him.
Oh boy. I'm pretty sure if we get hit by a Rock Blast, we're pretty much donezo.
Come on! But instead, Electrike is caught up on the next Pokeball throne. Anticlimactic as that was, I was just relieved to have a high-level Pokemon. Rest in peace, Hope and Eevee. And in an honor of destroying Hope, I aptly named my Electrike Despair. Not foreshadowing. With such a high-level Electrike, all I needed was a single level to get him to evolve into a Manectric. So, onto a Rocky-style training montage as I had Electrike battle his way through grass in which I had seen the Jack Toxicroak. However, mid-training, I had a terrifyingly close encounter with a Torterra.
I'm trying to think what's...
Oh, my boy Torterra!
I'm sorry, friend. Oh, please don't do too much.
Oh. Oh, because of the Whirlpool!
Oh no. What do we got? Nothing.
Oh, this is so bad!
I was not expecting this. I don't think I can switch out, can I? Yeah, I can. This is looking like a G to the G. Alright. Believe in the Horn Drill.
Oh my god! Let's go! Despair had come in so clutch with the last-minute Horn Drill. But with that traumatic event out of the way, I decided to dip, proceeding to a much more tame patch of grass, and proceeded to run from grass to bed and back to grass, too scared to let my Electrike drop too low. And finally, Despair evolved into a Manectric. Things were finally looking up. But Despair lives to see Hope squashed. And with my excitement of finally having a strong Pokemon, I made my worst and final error of the run. You see, despite finally having a strong Pokemon, Despair knew only two damaging moves, Rock Blast and Horn Drill. Rock Blast had a mere 10 uses, meanwhile Horn Drill, a low accuracy one-hit KO move, had 5 uses. And having finally finished the training, I had broken off from my cycle of running from the grass to bed and back, leading to this situation.
Alright. I'm just kind of curious what level these guys are. My guess is probably around 30s. Oh, that's a lot higher than I was expecting, actually. Oh, I am a genius. I didn't heal.
Yep, I hadn't healed since evolving Despair, meaning Despair was already down a bit of health, but more importantly, I didn't have a single use of Rock Blast left. With multiple level 37 Pokemon, it was all too easy for this random stair-dwelling galactic grunt to make short work of my Pokemon. Living up to his name, Despair truly set in after that whiteout. I'd lost my ticket to stability, along with the rest of the party. It was time to face the truth. I had come into this run woefully unprepared, with a flimsy game plan and a makeshift map. I needed to be much more methodical, laddering my way up to a higher level Pokemon rather than simply cutting corners. Not to mention, I'd technically lost way back when wishful thinking got KO'd by Flint's over-leveled Zigzagoon. So yeah, it was long overdue to call the time of death on this run. But I had a ton of fun doing this. I think it's 100% doable as long as Flint doesn't decide to show up in Sand Gem Town again. So I'll definitely be doing a second run where I truly try and beat it without any bending of the rules. But maybe next time, I'll do it on a Pokemon game I'm a bit more comfortable with, like Emerald. Emerald's a great game. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll definitely be doing this a second time and hopefully to completion. So if you like content like this and any other types of challenge run or just general personal challenges, be sure to subscribe and feel free to catch me live on my Twitch channel. Thank you so much for watching.